Stop scrolling right now because what you are about to read is the moment a simple deleted post turned into a full-blown international rumor that fans are still trying to piece together. And by the end of this story, you will understand why a quiet sighting in Milan has suddenly become one of the most talked about celebrity moments online involving Soo Kai and Songyun. It all started with something so small that nobody would have paid attention to it in a normal situation. A post appeared briefly on social media, then disappeared almost instantly. No explanation, no confirmation, just gone. But in the world of celebrity news, sometimes what disappears is exactly what people chase the hardest. Within minutes, screenshots began circulating. Fans noticed unusual timing. Some claimed it was a joint post. Others insisted it was a personal update that got removed for unknown reasons. And just like that, speculation began to grow without any official clarity. Then came the rumor that changed everything. Reports started emerging that Soo Kai and Songyun had been spotted in Milan, not at a glamorous event, not at a press conference, but in a quiet public area, both appearing visibly exhausted, walking at a distance from each other, and avoiding any interaction with cameras or fans who managed to recognize them. At first, people dismissed it as coincidence. But then more details surfaced. Eyewitness accounts began describing a tense atmosphere. According to those claims, the two were seen leaving the same location but not together, with Soo Kai reportedly walking slightly ahead while Songyun followed with a calm but distant expression. No smiles, no greetings, no visible acknowledgement of shared presence. That single description was enough to ignite a wave of theories online. Because fans of both actors know that public sightings in foreign cities are rarely random, especially when timing aligns closely with online activity, such as a deleted post that nobody can fully explain. The speculation escalated when a short blurry clip surfaced online showing two figures that resembled them entering what appeared to be a hotel lobby area in Milan. The footage was unclear, unstable, and far from confirmed, but that did not stop it from spreading rapidly across social platforms. What made it more intense was the emotional interpretation fans attached to it. Some believed it showed a private disagreement. Others suggested it was a misunderstanding during a professional trip. A smaller group argued that it could simply be unrelated schedules overlapping in the same city. But the dominant narrative online quickly leaned toward conflict. And that is where the idea of a heated moment over a deleted post began to take shape. According to circulating fan theories, the deleted post may have contained something sensitive, possibly a caption or image that one party was not comfortable with. This idea, though unverified, became the foundation of countless discussions, edits, and analysis threads. But what really fueled the rumor was the reported emotional distance seen in Milan. Eyewitness descriptions painted a picture of two individuals who were physically close in location, but emotionally separated in presence. Not arguing publicly, not interacting dramatically, just quiet distance, which often creates even more curiosity than visible conflict. At one point during their alleged sighting, they were reportedly seen entering the same building through different entrances, a detail that immediately became central to the online narrative. Fans zoomed in on every possible interpretation. Was it intentional separation? Was it coincidence? Or was it simply miscommunication amplified by timing? As discussions intensified, older interviews and past interactions between Soo Kai and Songyun began resurfacing. Fans analyzed their previous on-screen chemistry, their promotional appearances, and even subtle gestures that were never previously considered significant. Every small detail suddenly felt like evidence to someone. But outside the internet noise, neither Soo Kai nor Songyun made any public comment regarding the situation. Their silence only increased curiosity, as silence often does in celebrity culture. Without confirmation, every interpretation felt possible to different groups of fans. Then another layer emerged. Some entertainment observers suggested that the Milan sighting could be related to independent schedules rather than any shared activity. Both actors are known for international engagements, brand visits, and overlapping travel timelines that often lead to coincidental appearances in the same city. However, this explanation struggled to calm the growing narrative online because the emotional framing of the situation had already taken root. And once emotion enters speculation, facts often become secondary. As days passed, the rumor evolved into a full-scale discussion about privacy, online interpretation, and how quickly a simple deleted post can transform into a global story without confirmation. Fans began debating not just the actors, but the nature of celebrity culture itself. Why does silence create suspicion? Why do small digital actions lead to large real-world assumptions? And why do people feel so connected to narratives they have never officially verified? Meanwhile, the Milan sighting remained unconfirmed, unclarified, and open to interpretation. And that is exactly why it continued to spread. Because unresolved stories travel further than closed ones. Eventually, attention slowly shifted away as newer topics entered the entertainment cycle, but the Milan rumor left a lasting impact. Not because anything was proven, but because it demonstrated how quickly modern celebrity narratives can form from fragments, timing, and emotional interpretation. As for Soo Kai and Songyun, the only certainty that remains is simple. Two public figures were linked to a moment in time. A deleted post sparked curiosity, and a distant sighting turned into a global conversation. But the truth behind it all still sits quietly between fact and assumption. And maybe that is why this story continues to be shared, discussed, and reanalyzed long after the moment itself has passed. As the Milan rumor surrounding Soo Kai and Songyun continued to spread across social media, the story began evolving far beyond the original deleted post speculation. What started as a small online mystery had now turned into a full-scale narrative that millions of fans were trying to decode in real time. But what most people did not realize was that the loudest part of the story was not what was being said online. It was what was not being confirmed at all. After the alleged sighting in Milan, attention shifted rapidly to timelines, flight records discussed by fans, and old promotional schedules. Every detail was being examined as if it held hidden meaning. But despite all the analysis, there was still no official confirmation from either side. And that silence created a second wave of interpretation. Some fans believed the distance described in Milan indicated emotional tension. Others argued that international schedules often overlap without any personal connection. A smaller but growing group started questioning whether the entire situation had been exaggerated from the beginning. Then something unexpected happened. A clearer narrative began circulating from a more grounded industry perspective, suggesting that both actors were in Milan for completely separate professional reasons. Soo Kai reportedly had brand-related commitments, while Songyun was linked to independent international engagements that placed her in the same city around the same period. This explanation immediately challenged the earlier viral interpretation, because it reframed the entire situation from emotional speculation to logistical coincidence. However, the internet does not easily let go of emotional narratives. Even after this clarification began spreading, fans continued analyzing the supposed sighting details. The idea of a tense atmosphere in Milan had already taken strong hold in online communities. And once a story becomes emotionally charged, factual corrections often struggle to erase it completely. But then came the turning point. A second layer of information emerged, suggesting that the so-called deleted post that triggered the entire rumor may not have been related to either of them at all. According to revised explanations circulating in entertainment circles, the post might have been misattributed or incorrectly connected through fan speculation chains that amplified assumptions without verification. This detail changed everything again, because it removed the original emotional trigger that had fueled the entire narrative. Slowly, discussion threads began shifting tone. Instead of focusing on conflict or tension, more people started talking about how easily modern celebrity stories can be constructed from incomplete digital traces. Screenshots, timing gaps, and unclear sightings had all combined to create a storyline that felt real enough to believe, even without confirmation. Meanwhile, both Soo Kai and Songyun continued their professional schedules without addressing the situation publicly. No interviews referenced the Milan rumor. No statements confirmed or denied the deleted post speculation. Their silence remained consistent, but this time it was being interpreted differently by audiences. Not as mystery, but as detachment from online noise. As the days passed, the Milan story gradually lost its intensity. New entertainment topics took over trending charts, and attention shifted elsewhere. But the discussion did not disappear completely. Instead, it transformed into a reference point for how quickly rumors can escalate in the digital age. Fans began revisiting the entire timeline with more caution. What once felt like a dramatic emotional encounter in Milan now looked more like a combination of coincidence, timing overlap, and online interpretation. And that realization became the quiet ending of the story. There was no confirmed fight, no verified confrontation, no official explanation of a deleted post tied to personal conflict. Just a situation that grew larger than its original fragments and then slowly returned to normal once context began to catch up with speculation. In the end, the Milan rumor surrounding Su Kai and Songyun did not conclude with a dramatic revelation. It ended with clarity replacing confusion. And with the reminder that in the modern entertainment world, the fastest-spreading stories are often the ones built first on emotion and only later examined by fact.
End.